The biggest problems that we will have to face in the 21st century are design problems. My name is Taylor Jones and I am a graphic design student here at Falmouth University. This video is my manifesto on how and why I believe designers should be out there solving the biggest problems that are facing humanity today. I'm making this video primarily because it is needed. The world today is changing faster than it ever has been before, so designers, students, and the people out there who make decisions need to hear about this as fast as possible. Firstly, the global goals set by the UN in 2015. 17 goals which have been almost unanimously agreed by every country in the world are the 17 biggest problems facing humanity today. They include poverty, hunger, sustainable energy, gender equality, clean water and sanitation, reduced inequality, ecological improvement, the list goes on. And these are all goals which are far too big for any single country to tackle. By agreeing to these goals internationally, we at least stand a chance of defeating some of them for good. The global goals are the biggest goals agreed by almost everyone. However, there are more than that. I've been reading about this, Homo Deus, Utopia for Realists, and a lot more about how there are actually a huge amount of issues facing the world today which can be addressed by designers. Homelessness, border control, overpopulation, universal income, safe AI development, dissatisfaction at work, the growing work week, and the old ways that we have of dealing with big problems like this just do not work anymore. For hundreds of years, governments, kings, queens have been dealing with problems like this with war, politics, higher taxes, and they just don't solve the problem anymore. Nowadays, designers' thinking is the most effective tool that we have for solving these issues. In his book Designing for Social Change, Andrew Shea states that there are these 10 community-based strategies for dealing with social change problems in the most effective way possible, and they are all based around getting involved with the problem and understanding it at its core, talking to the people who are involved, getting immersed in those communities and understanding where the root of the problem lies so that they can be addressed with custom-made solutions. And these solutions aren't always beautiful, they're not always aesthetically pleasing, sometimes they're systems or programs which you would not typically designate to a designer to produce. It is designers who understand how to address problems with these kinds of solutions. The tools that a designer has to use are things like design thinking, such as Andrew Shea's strategies, which involve using the creative mind to understand the issue, develop a custom-made solution and apply it over a long period of time so that it effectively delivers results. User experience design, which again involves looking at communities of people and really understanding the problems that they have. Human-centered design, which is all based on human psychology, social psychology, socioeconomics, all of these big concepts which allow us to understand how people work and can therefore address their problems with solutions that don't just tick boxes or please politicians or shareholders, but that actually understand the root of the problem and address them to the people that need them most. The role of designer needs to change from focusing on aesthetics to focusing on end goal, regardless of aesthetics. We should be hired not to sell, but to solve problems. For example, if you want to tackle homelessness, you can't just make a marketing campaign about it. You have to have designers with politicians, you have to have designers working with economists, you have to have designers on the streets speaking to homeless people so that we can understand the problem, understand where it comes from, and engage with it directly with a custom-made solution that may not be beautiful, but is beautiful in that it solves the problem. This is what I'm here at university to do. I want to learn how to solve these kinds of problems at their core, using the design thinking methods, human-centered design, user experience design, and maybe even aesthetics on top of that. If you are a student, a designer, a politician, a business owner, or a person in power of some kind, you need to engage with things like the global goals or the lessons taught in these books, because if not, then we're going to sleepwalk into increasing homelessness, unsafe AI development, nuclear weaponry, ecological disaster, increasing wage inequality that we cannot deal with the same old politics, war and higher taxes, which just don't work. So if you agree with anything that I've said so far, then you should start aligning your life or your career or both to the global goals or to the lessons in these books, and you should try and integrate it into your everyday life and make a change in the day-to-day. Because as passionate as I can be about this, it is only when the masses start to make a change that things actually happen. Also, please share this video with anyone that you know, friends and family, that are designers, politicians, or just students of any kind, anyone for that matter, that you think would agree with this, maybe would disagree with this, and would like to talk with me in the comments. And also, please read some of these books. They are incredible books by amazing writers, and I will have a book list of the things that I'm reading on my website, which you can find at taylorjones.space. Also, please subscribe if you want to keep finding out more about design for social change, because I want to be releasing videos about my own personal projects, about what other issues are out there, and about how we can address them as designers and as the general population. Thank you for taking the time to watch this, and I hope to see you again soon.